Getting older is one of the greatest privileges in life. You've seen decades of change, loved people deeply, survived hard seasons, and collected wisdom most people never reach. But with age, something else can quietly creep in, little habits that slowly push people away, without us ever meaning to. It's rarely because we're bad people. It's usually because we're hurting, tired, or simply unaware of how we come across. In this video, we'll walk through 13 common habits that can quietly damage your relationships as you age, and, more importantly, how to gently reverse them so you can stay close, connected, and deeply loved. Stay with me to the end, because even changing just one of these can transform how people feel around you. Habit number 1. Turning every conversation into complaints. Life absolutely gets tougher with age. The body aches, old friends pass away, the news sounds worse every year, and everything costs more than it used to. It's completely normal to feel frustrated. But if most of your conversations begin with, "Let me tell you what went wrong today," people eventually start protecting themselves by pulling away. They're not rejecting you. They're trying to escape the heaviness that follows you into every room. Imagine a friend who, every single time you call, only talks about what hurts, who annoyed them, and what's wrong with the world. After a while, you hesitate before dialing their number, don't you? Try this small shift. Before you share a frustration, also share one small good thing. A nice meal you had, a funny memory, a kind cashier at the store. You're not ignoring your pain. You're balancing it. Complaints might be true, but gratitude makes you easier to love. And next, you'll see how this same pattern shows up when we talk about our health. Habit number 2. Making your health the only topic. Almost everyone in later life carries some health challenge. Arthritis, blood pressure, surgeries, medications. It's natural to talk about what you're going through. You need to sometimes. But when every visit turns into a medical report, dosages, side effects, every symptom from head to toe, your loved ones can feel like they're sitting in a waiting room instead of spending time with you. They care, but they also want to connect with the rest of you. You are not just a list of conditions. You are stories, opinions, jokes, memories, and dreams. Talk about a book you're reading, a show you liked, something you learned, a memory that made you smile. Ask your family about their lives, too, their work, their kids, their hobbies. Let your health be part of the conversation, not the entire thing. When you let people see more than your medical chart, they remember why spending time with you feels special. And our next habit explains why how you share your opinions also matters. Habit number 3. Treating every opinion like a fact. By the time you reach your 60 seconds, 70 seconds, or 80 seconds, you've seen enough life to know what usually works and what usually fails. It's tempting to believe, I've earned the right to be blunt. But when every conversation turns into, I'm right, you're wrong, people stop feeling safe around you. Correcting how others cook, drive, dress, vote, or raise their kids makes them feel judged, not guided. You can still share your wisdom, but gently. Replace "that's wrong" with "can I share what worked for me?" or "I see it differently, but I understand why you feel that way." The goal is not to win an argument, it's to keep a relationship. Sometimes the most powerful sentence you can say is, "I don't agree, but I love you anyway." Opinions can build bridges or walls. The choice is yours. And speaking of walls, the next habit quietly builds one without a single word. Habit number 2. Letting personal care slip away. This is a sensitive one, but it matters deeply. As energy drops or mood changes, it can feel harder to shower regularly, change clothes, trim nails, or keep the home tidy. You might think, why bother? I'm old. But hygiene isn't vanity, it's dignity. Clean clothes, brushed teeth, a fresh-smelling room. These things don't just make you feel better. They make others more comfortable being physically close to you. Loved ones might never say, "You don't smell good," or "Your home feels unclean." They'll just start shortening their visits, standing a little further away, or calling instead of coming over. You don't need expensive products, just small, consistent habits. A quick shower, a clean shirt, opening a window for fresh air, washing dishes regularly. If it feels overwhelming, ask someone to help you set up a simple routine. Taking care of your body and surroundings sends one strong message: I still respect myself. That self-respect will also help with the next habit: how much time you spend living in the past. Habit number 5. Living only in yesterday. Sharing old stories is beautiful. Your younger relatives need to hear what life was like before smartphones and streaming. How you met your partner, the jobs you worked, the struggles you overcame. But when every conversation is about back in my day, people can feel like there's no space for the life they're living now. They want to share their present with you, their work challenges, their friends, the music they like, the apps they use, the goals they're chasing. Try balancing your stories with questions. Instead of only saying, when I was your age, also ask, what's it like for you at your age? Or, what's something you're excited about this year? Your memories are a treasure, but your curiosity is a gift too. Holding on to the past is good. Staying stuck there is not. And when we're stuck, it's easy to fall into the next habit, judging everything new. Habit number 6. Constantly criticizing younger generations. They're always on their phones. They don't respect anyone. They're lazy. Sound familiar? It's almost a tradition for older generations to complain about younger ones. But constant criticism doesn't inspire change, it creates distance. Remember, someone once thought your music was too loud, your clothes were strange, or your ideas were unrealistic. Every generation has its flaws and its strengths. Today's young people are often creative, tech-savvy, entrepreneurial, and passionate about causes they care about. Instead of saying, you're always on that phone, try, show me what you're watching, or teach me how this works. Look for something to genuinely praise. You're really smart with technology, or I'm impressed by how hard you work. When younger people feel seen and appreciated, they'll want to keep you in their world. Complaints push generations apart. Curiosity pulls them closer. But there's another quiet relationship. Killer what we say about people when they're not in the room. Habit number 7. Gossiping and interfering in other people's lives. In close communities, it's easy to fall into the habit of analyzing everyone else's choices. Who's dating whom? Who gained weight? Who's having problems at home? It can feel like harmless chatter. But gossip slowly erodes trust. If your children or neighbors hear that you repeat their private stories, they'll start sharing less with you. They may still visit, but the conversations will stay shallow. The same goes for meddling, giving your opinion about someone's marriage, money, or parenting when they didn't ask. Even if your intentions are loving, it can feel like intrusion. A simple rule: if you wouldn't say it in front of the person, don't say it at all. And if you're tempted to fix someone's life, pause and ask, did they actually ask for my help? Trust is built when people know their secrets are safe with you. That trust becomes even more important as the world changes and you're asked to adapt. Habit number 8. Refusing to learn anything new. Technology can feel like another language. Online banking, QR codes, video calls, apps, passwords. It's tempting to say, I'm too old for this, and let others handle it. But refusing to learn anything new cuts you off from powerful ways to stay connected. A simple video call can let you see your grandchild's face from another state. Sending a text can turn a quiet evening into a warm conversation. Learning to use a streaming service can give you movies, music, and shows you genuinely enjoy. You don't need to become a tech expert. Just stay open. Ask someone to teach you one small thing at a time. Write steps down on paper. Practice. Laugh at the mistakes. Every new skill keeps your brain active and your world a little bigger. I'll try keeps you young on the inside. And that inner strength will help you avoid the next trap, making yourself the helpless victim in every story. Habit number 9. Seeing yourself only as the victim. It hurts when people don't visit as often. It hurts when the phone is quiet. It hurts when life feels lonelier than it used to. Those feelings are real and deserve compassion. But repeating, "Nobody cares about me," or "My kids never do anything for me," over and over turns you into a permanent victim in your own eyes. People begin to feel guilty around you instead of loved. Guilt makes them visit less, not more. Instead, look for small ways to be the one who reaches out. Call first. Send a simple "thinking of you" message. Invite a neighbor for tea, even if they say no sometimes. Join a group at a community center, a club, or a class. You may not control who knocks on your door, but you do control how often you open your heart. When you stop waiting to be rescued and start creating connection, you reclaim your power, and that same power is needed when money enters the picture. Habit number 10. Using money to control relationships. You might want to help your family financially pay for groceries, school, a car, or a house deposit. That generosity is beautiful. The problem starts when money becomes a tool to control. Statements like, "After all I've done for you," or "Remember who pays for this," turn a loving gift into a heavy chain. Your children or grandchildren may start to feel that every financial help comes with a bill of obedience attached. Healthy giving has no strings. If you decide to help, do it freely. If you don't want to or can't, say no honestly. But don't keep a mental scoreboard of everything you've spent. Real love isn't measured in receipts. When money stops being a weapon, relationships can breathe again. And breathing room is exactly what you need to accept the next thing help. Habit number 11. Refusing help to prove independence. Independence is precious. You've spent your whole life taking care of others, paying bills, fixing problems. Accepting help can feel like losing who you are. But letting someone carry your groceries, drive you to an appointment, or help with the yard doesn't make you weak. It gives them a chance to love you. Most people feel honored when they're allowed to show up for someone they care about. Saying, "No, I can do it," to everything may look strong on the outside, but can feel cold to others. You're not a burden just because you need help sometimes. In fact, every human being does at every age. Try replacing automatic refusal with, "Thank you, I'd really appreciate that." Notice how their face softens. That's connection. Accepting help is not losing independence. It's gaining closeness. And closeness grows even more when you keep one simple gift alive: your sense of humor. Habit number 12. Letting joy and laughter disappear. Life can be heavy loss, illness, scares, disappointments. It's easy to let seriousness take over completely, but when you never smile, never joke, and always expect the worst, being around you can feel like walking on wet cement. You don't have to pretend everything is fine. You can still laugh while being honest about your pain. A playful comment, a silly story from your childhood, a lighthearted response to a small mistake. These little moments tell others, "There is still warmth inside me." People are drawn to those who can find a tiny spark of joy, even in hard seasons. It reminds them and you that life still holds beauty. Watch a comedy, share a funny memory, enjoy a harmless joke about aging. Let your wrinkles be proof that you've smiled a lot. A soft chuckle can soften even the hardest day. And when people feel safe laughing with you, they'll also feel safer opening up without fearing the next habit. Habit number 13. Giving advice nobody asked for. You've learned a lifetime of lessons, and it's natural to want to protect your loved ones from mistakes. But constant advice about parenting, money, work, relationships, food, or anything else can start to sound like, "You're not capable without me." Many people don't want solutions. They want understanding. When someone shares a problem, try listening fully before you say anything. Then ask, "Do you want my advice or just someone to listen?" You'll be surprised how often they say, "Just listen." Sometimes the most healing words are, "I'm proud of you. I know this isn't easy." That sentence can strengthen your bond more than a long lecture ever could. Save your advice for when it's truly invited. It will be valued more, and so will you. Unasked advice feels like judgment. Patient listening feels like love. And love is what makes aging a gift, not a burden. Growing older isn't just about counting years. It's about deepening the way you love and are loved. These 13 habits don't make you a bad person. They make you a human person. The beautiful thing is, you can gently reshape any of them, starting today. You don't need to fix everything at once. Choose one habit that struck your heart. Maybe it's complaining less, accepting help, laughing more, or loosening your grip on money or opinions. Practice one small change this week. Notice how people respond. Notice how you feel. Age can isolate you if you let these habits grow wild, or it can turn you into the wise, warm, welcoming presence everyone loves to be around. Take a slow breath and ask yourself, which habit am I ready to soften today so the people I love feel safer and happier around me? Your story isn't over. The way you love in this season might become the most powerful chapter yet. Thanks for watching.